You are listening to KC Sports Network, the #1 podcast network for today's Kansas City sports fans. With former players from your favorite teams, informed perspectives, and former insiders, this is the place for you. KC Sports Network is proudly presented by Emprise Bank, your partner in possible.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the KCSN Defensive Breakdown, brought to you by the Derrick Johnson Defend the Dream Foundation. I am joined by two of my favorite Chiefs and people in the world here, Mike DeVito, Derrick Johnson. Guys, fellas, Mike, we'll start with you. How are we doing today, my man?
Oh, I'm excited. This is I'm serious. This is a highlight of my life. To come on here with you guys, DJ, I miss you a ton, brother. But to come on here and to break down film, Craig, I couldn't thank you more for getting this together. So I'm fired up and excited. And breaking down Chiefs film is easy. I mean, geez, imagine if we were the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, that would be a little bit rough. DJ, my man, first of all, how you doing? And for people who maybe are just tuning in for the first time this year, it was the first one of 2022, give the people a little breakdown of the Defend the Dream Foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I'm right with Mike. I mean, when you talk about putting Chiefs film on, man, that's right up my alley. I mean, I can break away from the kiddos, I can break away from the wife or the golf course. I can do it all, to talk about Chiefs, especially how good they're playing. But if you're tuning in for the first time, my Defend the Dream Foundation caters to inner city kids through education. And if that's in alignment with you, to help inner city kids through education at the end of the day, getting them new books, age appropriate books to help their reading levels to go up in Title I school in low income areas, please help donate at DerrickJohnsonFoundation.org. Really appreciate you.
Yeah, and we will have the link right down here in the description. So get down there, donate a little bit. It makes us all three happy. And you want to make us all
fired
happy.
up.
So,
yes,
yeah.
That's what I'm really excited about. Please go donate. Yes.
All right. The Chiefs go out. They're 2-0 now. Defense, young defense here, coming out of the gate pretty strong. Some Steve Spagnuolo defenses in the past few years not been, coming out of the gate, firing on all cylinders. It looks pretty good here. So we're going to turn on the tape. We're going to get started here. First one here that we've got is going to be linebacker Willie Gay. I know that right now he's got a 4-game suspension, but man, he's been lights out so far this season, doing an excellent job reading this screen pass on a short yardage play. I mean, DJ, my man, what's your initial takeaway from a play like this?
I've seen 5'6" do that before. I've seen 5'6" do this.
It's like deja vu looking at that. I mean, what's happening right here? He has great eyes right here, making sure he diagnosed the play. But what gives it away is the guard and the center, after they block for a second, when they rush to the sideline, you already know what's going down. You got to make sure you get to that point and make sure you take on the blocker and close space, get up and in and go. Right now, he didn't wait. I mean, that's the biggest thing. A lot of these guys, they're thinking too much. And they're like, oh, it's going to be a screen. It's going to screen. And they're trying to take on the block. He's like, no, I'm going to go swing first and go attack this guy. And all he has to do is give him a little button press, and the tackle is right there for him. So this is really great play. They needed this at this moment.
Oh, absolutely. Mike, we'll throw it to you here. You got Chris Jones here on the interior.
He almost makes it. He
almost makes it himself. Yeah, what are you seeing there, Chris?
Well, I remember, there was a number of times I actually did the same thing when I was playing. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, this is a screen pass. Man, he almost gets sacked on a screen pass. I mean, this is just Chris Jones being Chris Jones. But I'm looking at 91 and 55. I was curious to see how quick they were able to react. Yeah. And this isn't an obvious thing. And they're out there. I mean, those guys did a good job redirecting. You can see they see the back release and they start running out in that direction. So you're going to get pursuit from them. So even if you don't have 50 there, 55 and 91 are going to be right on it. So that's a good heads up play by those guys. And it's, I remember it can be really hard to read. I mean, this is not an obvious, it's not obvious from the way that these guys are set and the way that they're blocking what's going on here. So really good reaction by those two guys on the right.
Let me add something real quick. And you mentioned something about Chris Jones getting pressure on the quarterback. You know what? He prolongs this play a little bit for him to for Hubert to actually go back and try to find it. Actually helps out Willie to actually make this play and string it out more to the right. It actually, because he needs to be throwing it right now before even Chris Jones has his hands up. You need to have this ball out. But Frank Clark has good position. He a light goes off, like especially if an offensive lineman is letting you being soft on you, a light should go off. Boom. You should hold up, and that's what Frank Clark is doing right here, and that's why it takes him a little bit of time to go clear it out, to go see what's his name, Eckler. To get the ball. And I tell you what, man, Willie Gay is using his athleticism.
Let me ask a question here from a defensive line perspective like that. You see that back starting to release. You feel the offensive lineman a little bit soft on you. You try and throw yourself into that lane, try and make that release especially difficult on him there, Mike. Is that something that you're trying to accomplish when you ID it?
Yeah, so it's tough because it's not always, him hanging out right there doesn't always necessarily mean screen. I think what would get me is if you watch 91, watch that's who's on him, the center. See how the center, all of a sudden it's a soft set, and now all of a sudden he's on the outside shoulder trying to block. Like that's the tall tale sign that now you have something going on.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And what you can see is as soon as 91 feels that, he's fighting pressure with pressure, he's working in that direction. And while he might, he's obviously not going to be there like 50 is, if for whatever reason 50 misses or isn't there, he's going to be at a perfect angle to pursue and make sure that that's not out the gate. And you can see that.
And I got to add to this. Certainly, we're in the coaching room right now. I can see Coach Gibbs saying, "Hey, if you have a play action to the running back and a running back does not come out of the backfield, it's a freaking screen. No, something's up right now. Because if it's play action, he needs to be going to the flat right now. Like,
that's good.
Into a route, and he did, and he kind of went in there and kind of hid. Now the center and the guard's going to take you to the play, and you got to have great eyes on this. But great job by Willie.
That's a great point.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to the next play here. This was a very important play. Chiefs are in short yardage here. You've got, the Chargers have been driving. They are in 3rd and short here, and you're going to see Nick Bolton just make an awesome run stuff with some help from the edge here. We'll watch from the wide view first here, doing a great job meeting Eckler in the hole and making the stop here. But we really get a good perspective from the end zone view here of Willie and Justin Reed. Kind of subsequently, we're going to highlight Willie here first, back it up, highlight Justin Reed as well on the edge. Doing a good job making Nick Bolton's life a little bit easier, but great stop in the hole by Bolton there.
Really.
Great. I mean, I look, we're racing trying to see who's going to talk first. Like, listen, this is great team defense right here. You got Willie, playing a hard position right here. He's trying to get that long arm up, trying to get penetration into the backfield so that running back has to bow out a little bit. And then you got Reed on the edge, setting the edge for a DB. That's big time. Sometimes you can't just wilt and get out the way of the DB. You got to really set the edge. And sometimes it's not making the tackle. It's actually building the wall up front, which the guys are doing, and then letting the linebackers flow inside out. And if you set the edge, man, Nick did a great job right here. Nick knows, because they did a fake to the fullback, but Nick knows there's no gaps in the middle. So he don't fall for anything, and he just runs. I'm sure this was on the scouting report saying, hey, if it's 3rd and 1, they're going to do this. I forgot the name of the play, but flip it. This is a great play for offenses to run, because they get a quick pop and catch the defense off guard. So this is a great play, Nick.
I do want to highlight here, that is one of the best left tackles in the game that Willie Gay is walking back there. That is Rashawn Slater, second-year kid that has the highest ceiling of almost any left tackle in the league right now, a young guy right here, and he is walking him right now. This is impressive.
Yeah. No, and going off of what Derrick said, this really has to be a film study thing, because if you look at this play from the beginning, look at what you have. I think you have an extra lineman in the tight end position. You have eye backs. And now you have a tackle who's in a 2-point stance. and you have a motioned over. Is that that's a tight end or a
That's
wide
a tight
receiver?
end. Yes,
That's a tight end, but he's off the line of scrimmage. So right now, especially from the back end, I'm thinking, well, they're probably not going that way. They have a guy off the point. He's not on the point. He's off the line. The tackle's up in a 2-point stance. I'm thinking this is almost certainly coming downhill to this, to these three linemen here with the extra linemen and the I-backs. So the ability of everybody to react, and this is going back to what DJ said, this is clearly something, because if you're just looking at the play as it is with no sort of background information, you're thinking this is coming front side.
Yep.
But you see everybody reacts that way. So not only do we have great technique, but you can tell that film study that's not people. Guys aren't just going through the motion. They are. Look at how fast everybody's out in that direction.
Yeah.
And when you have a guy like Derrick Johnson, when you have a guy like Bolton and Gay who have that speed and athleticism, but that smarts to know, hey, we're heading right out that way because we know this is what they like to run. They're never going to get it done.
DJ, how wide do your eyes get when you see that hole open and you realize you got a shot to just?
Oh man! That's it. That's being a linebacker. I want to see that a lot of times throughout the game because that lets me know that my eyes, my feet, everything's on alignment, and I'm anticipating and reacting very fast and making big plays. And this is like heaven right about now. That's heaven right now. Let's go. Oh yeah, it's me and you, and it's not no fair dodging either because everybody's coming. This is
right.
All our guys, we're coming. So you got to come. You got to go straight up with me.
Nice.
Great job.
All right. Now moving on to the next here. This is going to be a series of 3 plays, and this is other than a play that we're about to get to here pretty quick here. This is probably the biggest series of 3 plays. They got the Chargers backed up on their own 9-yard line here, and the Chargers are going to try and get themselves out of the hole. The Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. We're going to highlight George Karlaftis here and the way that he reads this play out, adjusting his path, getting in the throwing lane, taking this away. The flexibility of the man, that is exceptional to bend like that off the edge, change the path, playing the run here.
That's a rookie.
Yeah,
that's a rookie. I mean, that's a really heads up smart play.
Yeah,
I have not seen a lot
Mike.
I have not seen. Yeah, because everything is telling you until the last minute to bend down the line. I mean, look at the whole flow is fast to the open side. It looks like that this is something that they do in those I-backs, run to the open side. And he just the ability to quick react and get upfield. That's how you stop those plays. I mean, he's the key guy for that play, right?
Yeah.
That outside end is the key guy. He's the one that has to put the pressure, and everything is designed to get him to bite down in on the run. So that's just. I mean,
and you look at the way that the linebackers, understandably, are fast flowing with that as well. Like that's going to hit. That's going to be a good play for the offense there if George Karlaftis doesn't get in the throwing lane there, DJ.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though he has 5'6" on right now, it looks great, but he looks like another guy. he looks like 5'0" that used to wear 5'0" in Justin Houston. I mean, I've seen it many times where you say, man, there's so many plays where the action is that way and the ball is bending back. But I tell you what really helps out right here, even though this is a split flow action, play action, for the back to be very wide on his action, it alerts the defensive end, hey, man, this may not be a run. So for him to actually put his foot in the ground and then get vertical so he can put his hands up. I saw Justin Houston do this so many times, and I was very thankful at times because as a linebacker like Bolton and Willie and these guys, they're like, man, let's go. They're running the ball, and then you're like, oh snap, here comes the flow action or whatever, the play action or the over route, and sometimes we're not in great position to make the play right now, but it's the ultimate team game, and George does a great job being in the window of prevention of throws sometimes, or it's even better than sacks. It's even better than other stuff. So, yeah.
And here's the thing. Here's the double-edged sword with this play. This play, if it is the run, right, if they do hand it off and he's up the field at all, you're dead.
Yeah.
They're going to run for, I mean, he's the guy because this is going to cut back. So it's really a difficult spot to be in because it's almost like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I mean, he just plays it, he's reading his keys. And I don't even know, DJ, if you're on the outside, who are you trained to look at? How are you going through that?
Yeah, that's a great question, actually, because it is hard. It is hard. That action is hard. That play action actually tells you to get down the line, right now, get up under that fullback that's coming so you can take him on, so you can close off that gap. Mm-hmm. But something tells him, hey, elephants on parade, something's up. It looks light. There's a light that goes off in your head. As an NFL player that you at that position, Mike, you never play that outside, so it may be a little harder for you. But guys that are on that outside, they know what it looks like or what it should look like. And the really good ones, obviously, George is going to be a really good one. And he knows it right now. Oh, this is play action. Let me get up on a quarterback right now. We need plays like this for years to come. This is great.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Absolutely. You want to talk about getting in throwing lanes. This is another great example of L'Jarius Sneed coming off of the edge here, and you've got Willie Gay Jr. standing in the throwing lane. Rather than trying to collapse quickly on Justin Herbert, trying to go for the big hit, trying to go for the sack, he stays disciplined, stays in the throwing lane here, takes away the quick throw. Like, this is designed to get this quick throw and the slot pressure coming off of the back. Steve Spagnuolo has basically given his slot defenders, both Willie Gay Jr. and L'Jarius Sneed, are over 8% blitz rate right now. And it's because they're facing so many teams with condensed formations. He's sending the house on these guys. This is a great job by Willie, great job by L'Jarius to really force the issue with Justin Herbert, who wanted to get this ball out quick.
Yeah, sorry, dude. Go ahead.
This lets you know, I'm gonna beat you every time, Mike.
You always do, brother.
This lets you know how mature Willie Gay is getting. And it's too bad he can't play the next few games, but this lets you know he's maturing as a linebacker. This is a perfect example. He's blitzing off the edge. He's got a free run. Go get the quarterback. But no, it's not about that. It's about getting all the data in your head and knowing, hey, how am I going to make a play? What else is the defense doing? Do I have somebody coming from the other side, or am I the only guy that's free right now? No, I'm not the only guy that's free. So now I'm helping my other fellow linebacker out in Bolton, saying, hey, let me hold him off a little bit, and then knowing that he's got to throw the ball right now. It's an all-out blitz. So this is a great job by Willie, man. I'll be this is a plus. This is a plus on the film session right here.
Yeah, I would just, when we're going to start, just lament the fact that 50's out for 4. I mean, it's just killer. And these are the kind of things that it's just like, it's a dagger to think, damn, we're not going to have him for 4 games. Well, what DJ? Everybody's spiking inside. So you're saying 50 was supposed to come, right? But then he reads out of it because of. So he's part of the blitz. He's part of the blitz,
and he knows his fellow linebacker has a hard job. This is a cross action. This guy was off. What we used to call it when the tight end's off. We just say why it's why off.
Why off? Yeah, why off? Yeah, why off.
For him to come back like that, man. That's a hard read for Nick Bolton. I'm telling you right now, Nick did a great job, by the way. Even if he would have threw the ball, Nick would have 1 yard.
Yeah, look at the
short game.
Yeah. So he did a great job, but Willie is the key right here. Willie could have went in, put his head down, and try to go bury the guy, and the ball would have been out really quick. But Willie's like, no, I got everybody coming. Let me see if I can make a play. Let me see if I can get an interception. Hold my guy off before my fellow linebacker to come and help out on this coverage.
You know what's interesting about this, Craig, is how smart. I'm just like thinking it through, and you look at the roster. That these guys obviously have a ton of studs, but we talked about how young this team is, and it's very unique to see these, like the 3 guys we're pointing out here, playing this smart, right? We know they have the talent, but to be playing this smart already, and I'm looking at the rest of the guys on the defense, and I'm wondering, if Derrick was out there, or if EB was out there, you're thinking, okay, you have some real, heady leaders on the team. Yeah. Not that these guys aren't leaders, but like there's nobody who I'm like, oh, it's because they have 56 on the field that he's getting everybody, he's training these guys up. These are young guys who are playing like
smart ball.
Smart football, right? Yeah.
I mean, and even to your credit, there, we just talked about George Karlaftis in play before. Watch his eyes as the Y comes back around here. He kind of sets a good hard edge against the tackle. 56 here on the edge. Sees right here. Sees. Look at that. Yeah.
Just in case if it's a run, that's great job right there.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, he's not supposed to. He don't have to do that at all because he's the end on. He's spiking down on the blitz. It's like he's not have to read out of that, but he turns and goes. I mean, it's good football.
Well, that's his gap, by the way. That's his.
Oh, okay.
That
he's
B
on
gap.
that outside.
And since he can't get into that B gap, he puts his guy into that B gap. Man,
right,
he does.
That's ball. That's ball.
Yeah, look at 74. I didn't even see that. Watch him.
Man went for a ride.
Yeah, that's great.
He did. Yeah, great job out here. And then here's the third down play. And this is just Chris Jones being Chris Jones. I've always known this as like a forklift maneuver. I know that forklift for some people, kind of picking up the guy and taking him with you, but taking that kind of arm over, just great wrist control, elbow control. It just beats this man about as clean as you can possibly beat him on the inside. Comes up with the sack, almost a safety here.
And this is the chess match that's going on, right? So we see the checkmate here, but you got Chris bull rushing this guy throughout the game. He's setting these different things up. It's not just like Chris is coming out and throwing one move and just happens to get lucky. This is a constant hand battle with him and the guard all game. And this is the finishing touch, right? This is the checkmate. And it's just a perfect, hits him with an outside. This guy's thinking Chris brings power. Chris is coming outside, throws his hands. And then as soon as just perfect timing with his hands gets his hips through. I mean, Chris is such just a terror for offensive linemen because it's not like you can hone in on, okay, this is what this one guy does well, right? Normally, like a tall guy like this, you're thinking, well, he's going to try to bull rush, but he's so tall that he's going to stand up straight and you can lock him down, but you got to watch him on the outside. Or you got to watch him on the outside. He's got quick hips. He's twitchy, but he's not a real strong guy, so don't worry too much about the bull rush. This, 9'5" is somebody who who could do the entire, he's got all the weapons in his belt, and so it's just like, as an offensive lineman, I'm not sure how you prepare for him. I mean, you just got to sort of hang in there. Help, where's the center? Help me out, brother.
You know what, Mike? That is exactly right. To Lou, what Mike was talking about. He comes at him so thick, thick. It's like the move I know that Chris likes to do. He likes to swim. I mean, he does it all the time. That's just, he does it on run plays. It's just what he does. But
that's right.
But he does it, and for a guard, you thinking, man, a swim move right here. Okay, let me see if I can get low and push him out. But he gets him so thick, he's not on the edge where he's going to do it. He's right at him. So now I can either go this way, or I can get two hands, swipe him, boom, and lift him up, lift him. But I tell you what, right now, the Chargers are making a big time mistake. Wherever 95 is, that center needs to help.
Come back. You got everybody on the other side. Yeah, so we used to call this a side scissor.
Protection to Dana there.
I know. Yeah, that's like, I'm not sure about that one.
And I bet you, because Chris is really witty and smooth with his stuff, I bet he was thinking, okay, I'm going to stay outside. And then when he saw that center go, he got thick on him. And right now, he's like, oh, I got you. Boom. Right now.
And isn't the protection usually away from the back? Because if you look at this, the center went to the back.
Yeah, but that is true. So maybe I'm sure Spags is a smart guy, so he's like, all right, won't you go, to the back? I would do that. But if I'm the center, I'm like, all right, forget that protection. We're going 95.
Yeah, right. No, exactly. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, so Chris hits him with this side scissor move, and I remember. So it's like the key to this is, let me see if I can. You want to have your hands, because if you throw a scissor and you're too flat, you're going to miss, right? But if you can have your hands up like this, it's almost like a tennis racket, and you're coming across, that was key. But it's hard to do in the moment, right? But if you watch Chris on this play, he hits it and he just perfect. Both hands are up. He locks him down and he's right through. it's a great move, and the timing of it, right? So as soon as that guard throws his hands, bam, he counters it.
See, and I'm not a that wasn't my specialty in rushing, but I was around Tombali and Justin Houston all those years. And I tell you, man, and just what Mike is saying is so hard. It's one thing to practice a move. You know how we practice a move with him, boom, boom, do all the moves. And then you have to run full speed, and this guy is trying to block you, and you have to be accurate with your hands. That is freaking hard, and only a few can do it, and he's one of the few.
Yeah.
Elite celebration on the way out too. I just love that. My man is so excited. Just all right. Here's the biggest play of the game. Chargers driving right here down the field. Got the Chiefs playing a little bit of a soft zone. They've been playing it basically the entire day. Young guys trying to protect them. Completely understand here. Chargers are going tempo. Number 7, Gerald Everett tries to tag himself out of that. They got themselves a slant curl, set up here. Jalen Watson and Justin Reed do a great job of passing this out, and Jalen Watson just jumps in front of this. An excellent job here. We can you can kind of see the Chiefs defense here, definitely tired after a very, very long drive here, but we're going to watch this again. This gets created not just because of a good pass off by the CBs, but by Willie Gay as well on this blitz. And when we're highlighting the hook flat route here, him jumping in front of it, just an excellent job by the rookie. But as we jump forward here, get to the end zone view, you're going to see Willie Gay Jr. doing an exceptional job shedding this blitz pickup. I mean, that's just insane to get by that running back so quickly there, forces the quick throw, forces an inaccurate throw. What you guys seeing on this one?
Oh man, I tell you what. First of all, let me. I didn't even notice that he was that big of a problem on this play to help. I tell you what, Willie, that's a great job right there, because whenever you have the back on a backer up the middle, ball has to come out. So Willie he's intuitive right now. He knows, hey, I got to get by this guy fast. It's not something where he has to boom and got to, fight with this back. It's like, no, right now, boom, right now. Because he's a smaller guy too. I mean, he went right to his knee. So it's a great job. This is what you want to show linebackers in the linebacker room. Like, hey, this is how you get off a block right now. I tell you what, man, Jalen Watson, for you to be ready to go, not tired, not like number 7 on his team, but on the other team, but being able to still think in the midst of chaos, because there's a lot of stuff go down. I mean, this is a big play. This is game winner for us. This helps win the game right now, for them not to go up on us. And I tell you what, man, this is one thing I love, that it was Watson who got this interception. It's because being able to take advantage of your opportunities. I don't care if you are a first-round pick, 7th-round pick, a free agent, rookie free agent, whatever it is, you're on the field with every opportunity with everybody else right now to make a play. What you're going to do about it, and he sees the moment, man. This is awesome.
That's just a dagger to their confidence. Everybody's exhausted. They're right there. They're about to score. Get up, and now boom. I mean, this is just this was it. This is such a massive play. This should be on the highlight film before every game for the rest of the year. I mean, it just is so good. I'm trying to see what the play call, like, what's the defense? Why did 50 come in like that, DJ? Does he just react? Or is he blitzing?
It was a planned blitz, because
I'm wondering why the guard or the 3 tech on our right went back inside. I'm just curious about Spags' defense. I mean, Spags just has these unique plays, so I'm like trying to figure out, because normally I would have stayed outside, but it's like guys are all over the book.
I don't think.
You see what I mean? Like, because we used to run these.
Yeah, he
plays.
widens initially, but he comes back inside.
He comes back inside, and I'm wondering, like, is that? I mean, that's just a little that's nothing. But I'm just curious about Spags' defense. DJ hit on all the important
Well,
stuff.
he can. You talk about rush lanes, he can right now, Mike. Just
Once-
because if he's coming like just rush lane integrity, I think he can come back like that. He has the option to do that because he doesn't have contain. He can mix and mingle up in there.
Gotcha.
One of those, I know what you're talking about. One of those blitz where you can't get out of your gap.
Yeah, remember we used to do those. So this is what I thought it was, because we would be in 3 techniques and you would be behind us and we would be hard on those guards so you could clear, and then we had to pop outside.
But we usually had 2 double A gap guys. So we had everybody coming so you could get out of your gap.
Right. This time
now it's just one guy blitzing. It's just 5 coming.
Right. Okay. It's just that, I mean, that had nothing. That was not the important stuff. DJ hit the important stuff, but I'm just looking at some of these little things because I'm thinking, what the hell are they doing? That was a beautiful call. That was a great call.
I just love how cleanly Willie slips this block. It almost looks like Eckler is chip helping the 3 tech. That's how cleanly Willie beats this
I know.
block.
That is. That's right.
So
That's right.
It's great there. That is all we have for film today.
Gotta end on that one.
Went a good 30 minutes there. I really appreciate Mike and DJ joining me. Donate to DJ's Defend the Dream Foundation. Link down there. We're going to be doing this every week, guys. Getting back together with these guys. Love talking defense. Love talking football. Guys, parting thoughts. Mike, let's go first. How you feeling about this defense so far?
I feel great about the defense. I think the one thing that I've said is we need to realize, I think as Chiefs fans, we talk so highly about KC and deserve, and reasonably so. They've earned it. NFL season is hard. You're not going to beat every game. You're not going to beat every team by 30 points. And so this was a close game, a tight game. Don't worry about the fact that it wasn't a blowout like we hoped for, but we won, and we did. There were a lot of great things on that tape. So just Chiefs fans, just continue to stay optimistic. You're in a good spot when you win, but you're disappointed you didn't win by a lot.
Yeah, that's the truth. DJ, yours?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I don't get nervous when we don't score a lot of points on offense because we know, right? We know who we side of the ball, but and who we have in the head coach. But at the same time, for our defense early on, because I haven't seen this early success from my defense in the last few years, even though we've had a lot of success on both sides of the ball, for us to come up with a big time win at home with our defense, to give our defense more confidence, saying, hey, we're why we're winning too at the end of the day. And I tell you what, a lot of young guys, and Mike was talking about it. This is a smart football team. Coach has these guys moving around. They beat a really good team, by the way. I mean, Chargers are a really good team. So they for them to beat them at home like they did, this just gives us more confidence. Because you talk about parity in the NFL, what Mike was just talking about, there's going to be a lot of close games. And the more we win, the more you can say, all right, we're not going to be the ones to blink when the fourth quarter comes.
That's right.
All right. Appreciate y'all joining me. Stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe. Do all the stuff that we always tell you to do with this. Be kind to each other, and we'll catch you later.